Some missing persons cases leave a trail, phone pings, sightings that can confirm whereabouts, security footage that gives you a direction. And then there are cases that feel like someone vanished into thin air, a truck left behind, keys inside, personal items at home, and a spot near the water that turns one decision into an endless amount of possibilities, but no trace of the person themselves.
Today, we're talking about the case of Christopher James Hoye, who goes by Chris, a man who vanished from the rural Missouri Ozarks on May 19th of 2022. His case sits at that tantalizing intersection of simple facts and endless unanswered questions. Chris leaves home, and within hours, his truck is found near the Gasconade River, and that's where every bit of certainty ends.
What's the emergency?
No problem. All units come by.
I'm at the corner of Pleasant Hill and John Young Freeway.
Welcome back to Crime Solvers Central, the channel where we cover missing persons cases with respect, accuracy, and the hope that continued attention will lead to answers. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Jace. If you're listening and you know this area, or if you knew Chris personally, please stick with us through the end. We'll cover how to share tips safely and responsibly.
Here's where things stood just prior to the events of that day. Chris Hoye was living with his wife and their blended family near Dixon, Missouri, after relocating from Illinois for a simpler, homestead-style life. COVID-19 had drastically upended their investment property enterprise, which took an immense toll on his family. Then, on May 19th, 2022, the day begins like a normal morning. Chores, animals, routine. Nobody in the house was expecting anything other than what they were used to. At some point on this day, during exactly these everyday moments, Chris leaves, reportedly leaving behind essentials like his wallet and phone, and he's never heard from again.
A couple of hours later, according to most accounts, his truck was found abandoned near Veterans Bridge off Highway 28, directly alongside the Gasconade River, with the keys inside. It's close enough to home to feel immediate, and far enough to feel deliberate. That location becomes the center of gravity for the family and law enforcement.
For awareness details, Chris is a white male with brown hair and hazel eyes. He's listed around 5'6" and about 175 pounds in official bulletins. He was also described as wearing black rimmed glasses.
His date of birth is listed as March 16th, 1989. That means he was 33 when he disappeared in May of 2022, and he'd be almost 36 as of 2026. When a case spans years, age progression photo awareness matters, because people may dismiss a poster that looks too young compared to who they think they saw.
1 year later, Alicia Hoye still prays for her husband Christopher Hoye to come home.
It feels longer than a year. Some days it feels like I can't believe it's been this long. Some days it seems like eternity.
Last May, he disappeared near Dixon, Missouri. His truck was found with keys inside by the Veterans Bridge off Highway 28. Deputies searched the water and woods. He did not take his phone, computer, or even his wallet.
I hope he comes home. I hope they find him.
We have gotten a few small tips, but nothing has led to anything profound.
Here's what has been consistently reported. Chris left home on May 19th, 2022, and he did so without critical personal items like his phone, wallet, and a computer being taken with him. He did take his car keys as they were found in his truck. His wife, Alicia, has shared that she was outside doing chores, milking goats, when she heard the truck start, but critically, she didn't see him leave.
When she came back, multiple details seemed off. Accounts mentioned the gate being left open, the truck being gone, and those personal items still at the house. She waits at first, thinking it could be a quick errand, but he doesn't return. And then she goes looking and finds the truck abandoned not far away.
The truck detail is huge. As previously mentioned, it was found near Veterans Bridge, off Highway 28 with the keys inside. And in missing persons cases, the keys inside detail can mean a lot of different things. It can point to, potentially, a rushed exit, an intentional staging, an accident, an impulsive choice. Sometimes it means nothing, and sometimes it means absolutely everything.
In this episode, we will be doing 3 things. We'll walk through the facts carefully. We'll talk through the investigation and the public developments that have happened since. Then, we'll clearly label a theory section, because speculation can help organize thoughts, but it can also harm families if it turns into accusations, which we strive to avoid at all costs.
And we're going to keep this centered on one goal: Chris coming home, or at least finding answers for the people who love him. When a vehicle shows up near water, search efforts often surge fast. But water searches are unbelievably complicated, often brutally so. Rivers and banks can conceal evidence, move items downstream, and change with every season. The currents moving fast can make searching the waters dangerous, even treacherous. Sometimes a not far from home distance becomes insurmountable when you're talking about wooded terrain and a large river.
And what we can say from the public record is this: multiple searches have happened, and despite those efforts, no confirmed trace of Chris has been publicly reported as found. That's part of what makes this case so haunting. It's not a situation where people didn't look. It's that looking didn't produce a clear answer of what happened that day.
The investigating agency listed publicly is the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. Official outreach encourages anyone with information to contact them.
And importantly, this is not being treated like a walk away, no big deal. It's publicly listed as an endangered missing case. That classification matters because it communicates that authorities believe there may be risk or suspicious circumstances, or at minimum, that the situation is serious enough to prioritize.
There's also a more recent public development. The Pulaski County Sheriff re-energized public outreach, asking for wider sharing and emphasizing that this remains unsolved years later.
That same update mentions unconfirmed sightings reported in Lebanon and Festus, Missouri. And I want to underline unconfirmed. But it tells us something. Tips are still coming in, and people are still looking at faces in crowds and wondering, could that be him?
The sheriff's statement also encourages the post to reach across the country, specifically calling out connections in Florida and Illinois, where family and former friends may live. That's a notable detail because it points to where investigators believe awareness might matter most.
Chris's case has been featured in major missing person coverage spaces, including the Vanished podcast. Episodes like that often bring in listeners who recognize a face, a vehicle, or a detail. Not to mention, the investigation discovery series Disappeared featured Chris's story on their most recently released episode in mid-2023. We would encourage anyone listening right now to listen to those episodes as well.
And it's also listed through public missing person channels like the Missouri State Highway Patrol Bulletin and widely used missing persons databases. From here on, we're moving into a theory section. To be perfectly clear, this is not an accusation section. It is not declaring what happened. It's a way to organize possibilities based on the known facts of the case.
And we always ask viewers, do not contact or harass family members. Do not investigate by trespassing, and do not spread rumors as the truth. Doing so can make the grieving process even more difficult for families. Families that are already facing one of the most devastating tragedies of their lives. If you have a real tip, take it to the professionals.
With that said, the first possibility, an accident, especially given the truck's location near the Gasconade River. Keys inside can align with someone stopping quickly, disoriented, urgent, or intending to return within minutes.
And if someone walked off along a riverbank or into wooded terrain, it doesn't take long for visibility to collapse. A short walk becomes a search nightmare fast. Thick brush, uneven ground, water current, seasonal changes.
The hard part is that the absence of evidence doesn't disprove this theory. It just means that nothing has been located publicly so far.
The second possibility people raise in cases like this is a voluntary disappearance. There have been multiple notable cases in recent memory where a person has been found alive even after being missing for years, and they chose to walk away. The reason it comes up is the gap between left home and no confirmed trace, plus later unconfirmed sightings.
But the details of this case also complicate that idea, because leaving behind your phone and wallet is not the classic planned a new life setup. It's not impossible, just harder.
It would imply that he either had help from someone else, access to unknown resources elsewhere, or a plan that didn't depend on ID and payments.
Third possibility, foul play or coercion. We say this carefully and generally because there is no public information that identifies a suspect, and we are not here to point fingers.
What pushes people toward this category is the combination of a sudden disappearance, his personal items left behind, and a vehicle positioned at a specific, unusual location. In some cases, a vehicle location can be a staging. In other cases, it's just where someone stopped.
That's why investigators need tips that include how someone knows something, not just hearsay based on what they heard.
Do any of these theories resonate with you? Do you have a theory of your own? Please let us know in the comments section.
If you can help in Chris Hoye's case, here are the most responsible actions. If you have firsthand information, contact the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office at 573-774-6196. There is also a publicly listed tip line at 573-774-7948. You can also contact the Missouri State Highway Patrol Missing Persons Clearinghouse at 573-526-6178 or email missing persons at mshp.dps.mo.gov.
And if you're not sure whether what you know counts, still submit it. A small detail, an overheard comment, a recollection of a vehicle near Highway 28, a sighting you dismissed, can matter when matched against other information. It is always better to submit a tip and have it be nothing than to hold on to it and risk having it be helpful to the investigators.
You can also send tips to Crime Solvers Central through our channel and website, especially if you have photos, timelines, or a lead you want preserved in writing. We'll direct all credible information to the appropriate authorities.
Please share this video, subscribe to our channel, and sign up for notifications so that you don't miss the next video.
To the family of Christopher, if you're watching this, please know that we won't let him be forgotten. We'll keep his name alive and keep his case front and center until there's closure. Christopher James Hoye, Chris, missing since May 19th, 2022. If you know something, say something to the people who can act on it.
Thanks for watching Crime Solvers Central. We'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay curious, and stay loud.